Hey guys, Brad here, and today we're going to be taking a look at two multi-tools head-to-head. We've done the review on the Dewalt brushless multi-tool, and we've done a review on the Milwaukee 18-volt brushed version. So now we're going to kind of compare them and see how they go head-to-head, and then I will be getting some other multi-tools in the future here, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notify bell, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video, because the next one is going to be a good video with Milwaukee. So let's take a look at this. Some pros and cons on both of them. We'll do sort of a quickish overview, and we'll do some cutting so we can kind of see how they both operate. We're going to be just cutting some wood today. We've got two wood blades, brand new blades on both of these tools, and both batteries are fully charged, so we're good to go. Let's start off with the Dewalt. This is the brush version. This is the DCS 355. I have a couple of these. I really do like them. They're a variable speed in the trigger, so to turn them on, you just pull the trigger and the blade will move as fast as you want or slow as you want, from 0 to 20,000 oscillations per minute. It has an LED light on the front that stays on for a little bit after you've pulled the trigger. This will take any of the 20 volt max batteries, as well as it'll fit the flex volt batteries. So that's pretty cool. One thing I don't like about this that a lot of guys have complained about is the belt clip area right here. Okay. For some weird reason, Dewalt has decided not to put the nut inside. You won't be able to see it on camera, but there's supposed to be a nut inside of this, and they never put it on the multi-tools. I'm not sure why, but you know, I'd love to be able to have it on my belt clip. So that's a negative on Dewalt. It's got great rubber overmold, and everyone knows that the way this clips in and out is the best on the market right now. Nothing beats how fast this is. The other feature this tool has is the lockout switch right here. So I really like this. It's a great tool, and as you know, I've got a couple of them. Okay, let's take a look at the Milwaukee. So the Milwaukee is a little bigger. Let's compare. Okay, it's a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see that there. And it's thicker. The Dewalt has a nice handle. It's a little thicker. So it's a little bit bigger unit. This is the brush version, so it's not the fuel, it's not brushless. It has variable speed on the side, 2 all the way up to 12. And in our oscillations per minute, that translates from 8,000 to 18,000 oscillations per minute. Oh, sorry, 11,000 to 18,000. Too many numbers. Now, this is strictly just an on-off situation, so you turn it on and then you can adjust the speed right here. To change the blade, a little bit more complicated. You pull this forward, push it down. It releases the tension in here. Then you can just unscrew this and pop the blade out. So it's toolless, but you still have 2 operations to do to get the blade out. And this is not magnetized like the new fuel, so it's a little bit harder to get in. It's not the end of the world, but you know, a little bit extra time, and then that snaps down. If it does get a little too tight, you can use a screwdriver to loosen that. Good rubber overmold on this. It does have an LED light on the front, which is nice and bright, and overall a nice looking tool. This, I guess one big difference between the two tools is with Milwaukee, you can turn it on and leave it on, and you can hold it in any kind of position, which is nice, right? You can, you know, if it's really hard, you can get in on these funky angles, and you don't have to be holding down a trigger. Whereas Dewalt, you do have to hold down the trigger the whole time. You can still get in these angles, you just always have to have your fingers somewhere near the trigger. That doesn't really bug me because, you know, it's a very slender tool in comparison. That's one thing I like about the Dewalt over the Milwaukee, is that it's thinner, it's just smaller, it's lighter, it's easier to kind of maneuver. At least that's sort of my experience. This thing just seems really big and cumbersome and just sort of clunky to me. But not having to hold the trigger is also kind of a plus. However, I do like being able to control the variable speed, so it's just kind of personal preference, I think. Now, what else can I say about these? Let's get cutting. Let's just get to it, all right? I'm going to start off with the Dewalt. We're just going to cut a little bit of 2x4 here, and then we'll cut with the Milwaukee, and I'll tell you some of the things about this tool that I like and I dislike. All right, here we go. So as you can see, pretty easy to use, plunges nicely, especially if you have a sharp blade, you can just really get into the wood, no problem. It's an impressive tool. All right, let's do some Milwaukee action. All right, there you have it. So as you can see, the Milwaukee destroyed that piece of wood compared to the Dewalt. And that has something to do, I think, with how these oscillate. The Milwaukee moves a lot more than the Dewalt. Now, I don't know. I'm on the fence because I'm a Dewalt guy. I love Dewalt. I love the Dewalt platform. I love the shape of this tool. I love the bit change on here. It's just really, really great. However, this Milwaukee does cut better than the Dewalt. Hands down. You saw it. It's better. It just cuts better. It's bigger, which really bugs me. It's not brushless, which isn't the end of the world. And I don't like how this changes out. Now, as far as price point, this is cheaper. This is about $130 Canadian. The brushless Dewalt is about $170 Canadian. You can always find them on sale and deals and stuff at Home Depot or Amazon, so it's always fluctuating. But you're paying more for this because it's brushless, obviously. And yeah, I think Milwaukee just figured it out with the oscillations, and they really do cut better than Dewalt's. And for us Dewalt guys, it's just a hard pill to swallow that this doesn't cut as nice. Now on the vibration side of things, you know, I've been kind of playing with this a bunch before we started shooting here, just holding them at max RPM, trying to figure out which one's vibrating more. I'm going to do it again. So when you're just holding them, they don't really vibrate that much. But as soon as you start to move them around, the vibration really starts going through the handle. It's kind of weird. If you just hold it straight, it's fine. But as soon as you start moving it, you can feel it more. Unfortunately, the Dewalt has more vibration than the Milwaukee, which is another letdown for me because I do really like this tool and I love the platform. And having to carry around a charger for the M18 and more batteries is just sort of not something I want to do. But I'm all about productivity and saving money and getting the job done as fast and as accurately and as well as possible. You know, these Milwaukee tools are starting to look a little nice. So I'm super excited to get the new Milwaukee Fuel, and put that to the test against this, because I will say the Milwaukee Fuel has an auto function on the side. So it goes up to 12 and then it has an A. And the auto, we'll get into it in the next video coming up, but it basically senses how much pressure you're putting in. So it's on a whole nother level than both of these and any multi-tool that I've sort of reviewed on this channel. And I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. So there's that. But keep in mind, it is way more expensive. You know, it's double this. It's actually double this. So again, I'm getting on a little tangent, but between these two, unfortunately, this one cuts better. This one looks better and is easier to change the blade. Is it a game changer for me? I don't know yet. I'm still playing with it. But if you are looking for a multi-tool, and let's say you're not on a specific platform, I would say get this, because it's cheaper and it's less vibration, which is a huge deal, because if you're using this a lot, it really starts to hurt your hands over, you know, a couple hours of cutting casing or flooring, whatever you're doing. It does start to really aggravate your hands. But yeah, for like the homeowner, do it yourself or whatever, if you're just getting into it, I'd say don't waste your money on brushless. Just go with brushed. They're still really great. And you can't go wrong with this unit. If you're on the Dewalt platform, get this. This is still an awesome tool. It still performs really, really well. You know, I'm super happy with it. I'm not going to go ditch this thing because it cuts a little slower than the Milwaukee, but still a very, very nice tool. So there you go, guys. That's my 2 cents. Hope you like it. Leave some comments down below. I want to hear from you Milwaukee guys and you Dewalt guys. Let's start a little back and forth here. And yeah, leave some comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Till next time, keep on crushing it. Catch you later.